Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer. Thanks to Alan for this one. Amy uses the Jolly Balloon Man to make a copy of Grizzly Bears while she controls a renewed solidarity naming Balloon. During her end step, does she have to immediately sacrifice the token renewed solidarity creates, or can she keep it around for a while? Okay, so before we get into things, there's another question I imagine some of you are probably curious about, which is whether Amy can even make this token at all. It's not immediately obvious what would happen if the renewed solidarity ability tried to make a copy of the balloon token and the token wasn't there anymore. Fortunately, both the renewed solidarity and the balloon's sacrifice me trigger at the beginning of the end step. Since Amy controls both these triggers, she can choose the order that they're put on the stack. Therefore, she can make it such that the copy is created and then she sacrifices the balloon. If she does these in the other order, then it wouldn't work out so well for her. Renewed Solidarity says, for each token you control, make a copy of that token. If you don't control the token at the time the ability is resolving, you will not get to make a copy of it. Okay, so let's say that Amy stacks the triggers correctly, and then she does get to make a copy of the Balloon Grizzly Bears. Will she have to sacrifice it right away because it's still the end step? And the answer is no. The trigger event for abilities that trigger at the beginning of the end step is the beginning of the end step, i.e. when the game transitions into the end step. That time has already passed for this turn, so any at the beginning of the end step abilities that the token might have will not trigger. But I've got some good news for Amy, which is that this combo actually works out a lot better than she might think. See, the delayed trigger where you sacrifice the balloon token at the beginning of the next end step is not an ability that the token has. It's one of the instructions of the ability of the Jolly Balloon Man that created that token. The instruction will only apply to the token that ability actually created. If you copy that token, there won't be anything telling you to sacrifice that copy. So not only would you not have to sacrifice the renewed solidarity token immediately, you actually don't have to sacrifice it at all. Now be careful, because the Jolly Balloon Man just happens to be worded in such a way that the ability where you sacrifice the token is not something that can be copied if you copy the token. Now, this sort of effect has been worded many different ways throughout Magic's history, and only some of those templates will yield this result. Check out my video on Hoffrey Ghost Forge plus Divine Visitation for a detailed analysis of this topic with a lot of examples about what would or would not work. But that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again next time for another daily ruling. Until then, I hope you have a great day.